Hi friends, welcome to the program. Hey, we've got something truly fun and special coming your way today. We're going out on a Michigan river where we're going to chase after some ugly steelhead. Yeah, if you're not used to the way I talk, that means we're going catfishing. Channel catfish to be specific. All over North America, people chase after, fish for catfish. From down in Oklahoma where they noodle for them, you know, fish by hand, which, by the way, I think means you're just a little off your noodle, to way up here in Michigan where we're going to drift and drop back fish for them from hole to hole, much like staging steelhead when they run up in the wintertime. You know, that's why I call them ugly steelhead. We're going to go out, we being my good friends Bill Funk and Bob Eisen, and we're going to fish the Grand River just outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is fishing that's accessible to anybody. It's really urban fishing. Hey, I'm your host, Kyle Randall. This is my Wilderness Journal, and we're headed up a Michigan river searching for some ugly steelhead right now.
I remember that day started a little cool and kind of foggy, and as I was a little early to the boat launch, I decided, I'll just take a walk along the river, kind of enjoy the morning a bit, at least till the other guys show up. And then, when they finally got there, we threw all our stuff into the boat, Bob pointed it up the river, and before long we were sitting on the very first hole. Now I should tell you, friends, this kind of fishing requires some ability at least to read the river, to recognize and know where the holes are, where they begin and end.
Yeah, there'll be no noodling today.
And seeing as how Bill was being a bit of a sissy and refused to get in and try noodling or hand fishing for catfish, we went ahead and used the medium-heavy pike rods that we'd brought along, and within minutes of getting them all in the water...
Oh! There's something there, Bob. I don't think you brought near enough rig to deal with it.
Hey, Kyle, how long's that pole been in the water?
Probably 6-8 minutes tops. I don't know. It ain't been long.
No.
And this isn't a really big fish, but this is a really light rig. And it's not impressive. There he's coming up. You ever seen a catfish jump?
Hopefully it's catfish.
You want to see how you deal with this? Let me show you. This is what a professional does. Hold this for a minute, would you, Bob? Thank you. That's how a professional deals with that.
That's right.
I'm going to get a net here somewhere.
Right down here, Phil.
All right. Uh-oh.
That's a pretty good cat.
It's a good fish kicking in there. Eh? Let me get in front of you here. You're doing good, though.
Yeah.
Look at there. Hey.
That's a heck of a good time. Pretty easy fishing, man.
What do you think of that, boss?
Nice work, nice work.
There, in the morning sun, as the mist drifts up over the Grand River.
Green River.
You know what we call that right there? Fish fry.
My mom will love it.
Yes, she will. That's eating fish there, buddy. That's an eater. Look at that. Oh, son, them Cajun boys be dancing. Oh, river. Here comes the ugly, ugly steelhead. There he is. Open your mouth and just, all we're going to do is eat you. How'd that feel on that light rod?
This thing had some power, that's for dang sure.
That's a lot of fish for that smaller rig. Come on, baby. Boy, they got some grinders in that. Ouch, quit biting me.
Yeah, nice little grip there.
Ow! He'd be biting on me. He'd be
Here.
biting me.
Hey, Kyle, we got something for you here.
Yeah. There. Yep, got a hook here. Here's your fish, boss.
All right.
Watch it. They do have them grinders that get you, man. They drew
Yep.
blood already. First fish.
I got a tool for that. I'm not putting my hand in the mouth.
Well, that is a dandy. Good job.
Good start to the
Yep.
early morning.
Good
I
job,
think
man.
so. That's a fish fry started up already.
Yep. Let's put him in the box.
All right, boss. You know how.
There we go.
Just that quick, we had our first fish in the box. A real nice 7-8 pounder, something that's a whole lot of fun to catch and is still small enough to make a dandy meal. And it wasn't long after getting reset, not more than maybe 15 minutes, and we had another rod bouncing in the back of the boat.
There's a bite right there. There's a bite.
Whack 'em. No.
No?
The bait just come off?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I bet it did. That thing was on there. That line don't stick out that straight that long for nothing. That looks a lot like an empty hook, Bill.
Empty. Need some more bait.
Good idea.
We obviously weren't catching them all, but we were getting several bites in each hole, and when a hole did slow down, we just fired the boat up, motored up the river, and picked another one. And not long after setting up on each hole, yeah, we'd be into the fish again. That's what I mean when I say it's like steelhead fishing. You move from spot to spot on the river, hopefully catch a couple of the more active fish, and then you just move on.
It's little stuff, some sort of gar or something. You know what? Something is grabbing. Them catfish just eat it.
Right. The first one did.
Right, exactly. This is like a gar or something.
We were having some trouble hooking fish on the rods with the big jig heads. Fortunately, though,
Fish on.
There be something there, but it feels like a catfish.
That's all right.
It looks like a
It's
catfish.
rolling.
It's jumping. You see that fish jumping? Cat?
Ah.
The rare jumping Michigan catfish. I asked you earlier if you ever seen a catfish jump. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's a nice fish. I don't know, Bob. Looks like it's a little closer. We ain't got it in the boat yet, I shouldn't say, but this might be fish fry material.
It's looking that way.
Come here, big boy. I want to take you to supper. You want to go to my house? Actually, Bob caught it. Everybody's beat him up there. Come on, big boy. You don't like the look of your net, Mr. Bob.
I'm going to get him.
He says, hey, that guy means business, no? Look at
There
that.
we go. Nice.
Nicely done, sir. Look at that, Bill.
Yeah.
You had half a carp on there for
Right.
bait, and he ate it.
I told you. Got to get serious with these fish.
You are feeding him a pretty fair meal.
Look at that. Didn't bother my fingers a bit.
Didn't scuff you up
Nope,
at all.
not at all.
You hear him talking, Bill?
Not yet.
He's saying, deep fried. Thank you, gentlemen. There, I'll trade you. I'll put this in the box. You want this one, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Two.
In a little over an hour.
Halfway. Well, we've missed a few.
Oh, yeah. We missed a few.
Halfway to a fish fry. Probably ought to throw back out there, eh? Thank you. 2 fish in the box and at least 4 times as many missed opportunities. Yeah, we were getting it figured out, sort of. The set lines were working. That's how we caught the 2 fish we did boat. But the jigging poles, while they were getting a lot of hits, we weren't hooking the fish. I don't know if they need time to mouth the bait more, but for whatever reason, we just weren't getting the hook set into them that way. So I decided, we'll shift gears a little bit. We'll tie up some slip rigs, a slip sinker that allows us to slowly ease the bait back into the hole. See if that might work a little better for these finicky fish.
Oh, outside rod just got roused. Got one pump.
and not long after changing to those slip rigs,
There's one right there.
Right, did it get it? He's on there. Fish on! Oh, son! 4 or 5 pounds! Get him rolling!
A bait caster upside down.
You don't see that every day, do you?
Put that rod over.
No, I'm a lefty, man. Everybody gives me crap about flipping around.
Look at that. It looks like a fish, Bill.
You're fine. Leave her go.
Now, just in case you didn't catch it, Bill had actually turned the rod upside down, so it kind of looked like he was reeling backwards, and yeah, we were giving him a little static about it. Still, upside down or not, it didn't seem to matter. Bill was getting it done, and before long, we had another great fish in the boat.
Hey, what a deal.
Billy!
Woo! The one-armed bandit.
Yeah.
Hey, if Dr. Coos is watching the show, I was not lifting anything heavier than a coffee cup.
That's right. And if your insurance company is watching, I was handing it to you.
That's right.
Actually, Bob's doing all the heavy lifting.
That's it. Look at that.
There.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, you're going to keep that?
Well, of course.
That look like a fish fry to me, brother.
Looks good.
Tell him, Bill. That's the way to do it on the west side.
Yeah, us left-handers, you know, once you get on. We're the only ones in our right mind. We're in the right-handed world.
I understand it.
I don't see no bait casters left-handed.
Now, for those of you who don't know Bill Funk, he is indeed left-handed, and on top of that, he had surgery on that same arm just that January. But, as you can tell, we weren't cutting him any slack, and no more than he was cutting me over my broken knee. Still, we had such a great time. We were getting it figured out. We were putting fish in the box, and after plucking a couple of more from that hole, we decided it was time to pull anchor and move a little farther down the river, see could we do it again.
We eased down the river a little bit this time, not even running the motor. Bob just kind of sculled our way along till we hit a deeper spot. We weren't fishing just classic log jam holes. Some of the deeper trenches cut by the changing currents are also every bit as productive. The big thing is, of course, you got to find them. But when you do,
Outside rod. There it goes. Told you. Fish on. Hey, guess which one that is?
You got him? Yeah. Put it outside right in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like they're all favoring that deeper water. We should be learning something from that by now, shouldn't we? We're obviously not, but we should be.
The little guy, but he's a fish.
This is the eating size right here. There's a lot in the boat, I guess. Look at the size of meat that fish hit.
I told you. Nice. That'll work.
What are you, just bass lifting them now, huh?
Well, he wasn't exactly a trophy.
I think we can get. This is a cooker right here, man. Can you hear him? Nice lake run channel cat right there.
Yeah, nice.
Good job, Mr. Bob. Sure. Another great eater in the box. We were definitely getting a handle on this. Now, the set rigs were still getting a few hits, but the drift back rigs, the ones that lowered the baits back into the hole slowly, those were producing even better. And after boating that last one, we decided, you know, we're going to move, keep going. That's another reason this is just like steelhead fishing. You go hold a hole, pick a few fish, and then move on.
and after moving on a bit, we set up on yet another hole. That's one of the great things about doing this kind of fishing is there's so many good places to fish. You never go more than a couple 100 yards before you can set up again. And this time we decided to put the drop back rigs on the outside rods. Those seem to be getting the most action. So of course it was one of the middle rods that went off next. So we were into another fish.
How's it feel, Bob?
Got some weight to it.
Good deal, buddy.
Bring it down.
A little bend in that rod.
Yeah, you got some power to him. Getting closer. Didn't matter.
He's getting more and more upset with you.
Oh, there's a nice one.
Big fish.
There's a nice one.
Twist it up.
Nice.
Think he's ready?
Yeah, I
Ready?
think he's ready.
All right, let me slip in here and put the net on to him. Right in here. Face first. You gotta love it.
Nice.
It's a big old catfish, buddy. Look at that. Ah, nice. Okay.
That's as good a fish as we've caught all day, Mr. Bob.
Another nice thick one.
Nice job, buddy. I don't know if I can get my hand around that big pumpkin or not. Oh, takes a big hand to handle that much catfish.
Nice fish.
Look at there. I love these circle hooks, you know. They bite them right in the corner there. And
Yep.
they come right out just like that. They don't hurt the fish at all. You got that?
Got her.
Nice fish, boss. You want your picture with that? You got a picture with a catfish, do you?
I do got a picture.
Do you? All right. Well, tell me, you gonna eat them or you gonna put them back?
Let him go.
All right.
Let him go. Let him grow.
Well, here, you stick your hand in his mouth
Nope.
and let him.
That was enough what you did this morning.
Folks, it's a lot of fun. Don't let the spring sneak by. If you want to go out and do some catfish fishing, you know what? These things come up out of Lake Michigan. They're a little bit ugly. Their mama loves them, but they're just like steelhead. We've been fishing them hole to hole, drifting back on, dropping back, jigging for them, just like steelhead fishing. It's ugly steelhead, but it's just as much fun. Bye. See you. All right, buddy. Thanks for making us look good. Listen. Can you hear that? Doesn't that sound like lunch?
It was definitely time for lunch, but we'd enjoyed a great morning. You know, we had a good time. We had more than enough fish for a couple of fish fries. Each of us was going to go home with a couple. It was time to head it for the dock. And that is until we noticed a spot, a hole, we'd missed on the way up the river. Hey, even catfish deserve one last cast.
We had spotted a pretty nice hole that somehow we'd overlooked on the way up the river. Still, we figured in just a couple of minutes we'll stop, do some active fishing, casting a little bit of jigging, work it real quick, 'cause you never know, you might pick up the best fish of the day. And after, 5 or 10 minutes, we decided that, maybe we'd watch some TV, I guess.
What are you watching, Bill?
The Wilderness Journal.
On your iPhone.
On my iPhone.
Put it down, we're fishing. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
You can watch on the web now and on your iPhone and everything.
Yep. Wilderness Journal when you want to watch it.
It's not bad.
No.
What show was that? That sounded a lot like you bear
I'm not
hunting.
sure which one it was.
You're not sure. You just clicked on one. I thought I heard with Bill Funk in the background there.
I think that's what we heard. I haven't seen it enough. I wanted to watch it again.
I don't blame you. It's a good show.
It's springtime.
Yeah? It was a
and
spring
I'm thinking
bear
about
hunt?
bears.
Yeah? How about we get back to fishing?
Okay.
All right. You can watch your phone. Bob and I'll fish.
All right.
Bob, can you imagine? Guy watching TV on his phone.
Shouldn't even have it with him.
I know.
And once we convinced Bill to quit watching himself on his phone and get back to fishing, it didn't take too long before.
There's one.
Oh!
Got him. Son.
This is a catfish. This isn't a yarn. Oh, and it's putting some stank in it, too.
That looked like the honey hole, didn't it?
It did. He was coming right at the boat, and he is coming like a freight train. Oh, found ya. He says, oh, caught up to that maneuver. Maybe we'll try something else.
There's a little bit of carnage down there.
Oh, I tell you what,
He's right here.
I don't know what this is. He is swimming way fast.
I'll get the net.
Bonafide.
This is a fish boil all by itself right here.
This is a bonafide.
We ain't got it in here yet, though, have we, Bob?
We'll get him.
Look at that. That's a cat, boys. Oh, boy, is he strong. He gets sideways in that current. Look at that. We better get that thing in the boat, don't you think, Bob? Or your fish boil is going to be
Got
short.
him.
Look at there, man. Look at that dog. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Get on to it. Look at there. It ain't noodling, but it's fun. That is easy, a 10-pounder, maybe a little better. You remember them big old circle hooks you were teasing me about?
I see it did the job.
Yeah, they seemed to work, didn't it?
All the way through.
I love them things, man. That is the perfect medicine for catfish right there, them big old circle hooks. Let me clear that line, I don't get stabbed. Folks, you want to have some fun. In the springtime, it isn't turkey season quite yet, but you don't have to sit in the house and wishing. You can still go fishing. Yep. We're not 15 minutes out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, fishing really an urban fishery. and we are knocking these big old lake run channel cats stiff. And I'm here to tell you, on these medium heavyweight rods, stuff we use for pike fishing and bass fishing, these things are a riot. So don't forget the springtime, the catfish run. It is on. What them boys down south say, hoo-yeah, like that there. We don't shoot them, though.
Nope. Rod and
You
reel.
want this one?
I'll throw that one back. That's a big one.
That's kind of big for eating, isn't it?
Let him go.
All right. Throw him over to the side. Put him back in there and he can go. That's big enough to be a female. She probably full of eggs. Thank you, Bill. And thank you, Bob.
No problem.
And thank the Lord. Them catfish are fun. Well, I'll tell you what, that thing put up a stank now. That is a fight. I like it. You know, we should probably go have some lunch, don't you think?
Getting about that time.
Or we could catch another fish. The fish are biting,
A
Bob.
couple more holes out there.
Why not? Why not fish a little more? You up for that, Bill?
Yep.
Let's bait him up. Try one more.
We did eventually make it to lunch. Well, actually more like dinner. It's pretty tough. Good friends, great fishing. It's really hard to leave the water when you're having that kind of day. It's really the kind of trip you hope you have every time you go. There you have it, friends. Ugly steelhead fishing, you know, the mighty catfish. And that truly is available to just about everybody all over North America. Just about all of the big rivers and lakes have some sort of catfish, and some of them grow to be truly huge. Whether you're down south, up north, in the Midwest like we were, you can go out and enjoy this kind of fishing, have a great time, and collect a couple of great meals. And friends, if I see you out there, I hope you're getting a hold of a couple of them big old whiskered buddies, and if you are, well, save one for me and we'll stop, have some shore lunch, a fire and a cup, and if I don't see you out there, well, at the very least, I hope you come back right here and share another episode from my Wilderness Journal.
Thanks again, guys. That was a great trip.